Hello and welcome, my time-traveling rice leaves. Yeah, that's something that's going to happen. You'll see. So, let's go into these episodes. Yes, it gets weird. Episode 36. Ran's debut. Sparkling gourmet emotion. So, Ran's shop was chosen to be a place some kind of influencer wants to interview there. Well, in which direction will this go? When the students have to write down what they want to do into the future, Ran writes gourmet influencer, which she quickly erases because you can't be an influencer. I mean, look, there are like 2 of those lucky people who ever became that, right? Right? Well, the influencers she talked about have arrived. And they're actually 2, which... it didn't sound like 2, but well, here they are. And, to be quite honest, they look like from some anime I could never review on YouTube. Huh. Weird design. Also, yeah, typical influencer thing. What, do you think I don't have a camera team right in front of me right now? That's normal. We are kinda spawning them into existence. Well, granted, all joking aside. They are, I assume, YouTubers? Bloggers or something? It's not completely clear. But they together do a show on television, so a camera team makes sense. Also, I wouldn't call myself an influencer ever. For reals, because that's a bad word, honestly. I'm a content creator. I'm fine with that. Why is it that TV shows always seem so incapable? Yes, you could say it's her father here that's the incapable one because he's not ready for the interview, but like, it's the production team's responsibility to prepare a guy like him for such an interview, so this does not happen. So, whose fault is it really? His or the production team's? And, well, because it's not working out with her father, Ran has to go on camera. But she's the same. Well, I mean, she does have experience writing blogs, but being on a camera is a very different thing. But like, if she wants to be a gourmet influencer, she does not have to be on camera because like, you can do that just with voiceovers and showing the food and stuff, so still no problem there. Also, there's a Japanese law that prohibits you from showing children on TV without them being censored and stuff. Like wearing a mask is what you normally do. Again, the TV company who knows about these laws doesn't care because... And then Ran is surprised to hear that her idol wasn't very camera prone in the beginning as well. What, do you think people are born that way? I was a pretty shy guy when I was young and stuff, so yeah, but like... I grew into what I am today. I wasn't born like ready for everything, you know. I didn't have those goggles on or anything. You know? Granted, she's like 13, so this is a bit more adult thinking, I guess. I'll give her a pass about that. But yeah, never forget. Follow your dreams. If someone can be an astronaut, so can you. And well, Monster of the Week time, and this time we have... I think this is kind of a box you make tofu in or something, because it's the tofu recipe gun. Not quite sure about this, but well, it looks a bit too simple. It's just the thing with arms and legs again. Sadly, because we had a lot of great villain designs this season, but yeah, this is one of the not so great ones. It works for what it is, but like... Yeah. Okay, so it is a tofu mold. By which it makes it logical that it also turns or cures into animal molds? Okay, it is weird, but well, we have a dog for Yui, fitting, foxes are dogs after all. A cat for Fua, because dogs are wait, no. Oh well, 2 dogs would be boring, I guess. And lastly, a platypus for Amane? Well, Ran, of course, learning to not give up because it's her episode. What else would she learn? It kind of makes sense because she was about to give up being an influencer. So she attacks the molds over and over again until they break. It's a nice way to transport that lesson, I guess. So, yeah, this is not bad. You can do it like that. And, well, in the end, turns out she can be comfortable in front of a camera. Even though I think there's a difference. Like, yeah, you might reach 10,000, maybe 100,000. Some even reach millions of people with their YouTube videos and stuff. But, like, being on television is a different audience. This sounds very judgy for me, but I think the TV audience is a way more judgeful one. Would feel different than just like having this cam like this here in front of me, doing the stuff on my own instead of like me just being footage that other people will handle in the end without my control. Like, well, good thing those thoughts don't come to her mind, or else she would freeze up again, I guess. Oh well, it was an okay episode. It's the typical one of the girls has to learn a lesson, and she does in the midst of battle, so the battle gets turned around and they win. We had those quite some times, but they are a staple of shows like these. How can I love shows like PreCure and hate that trope? You know, it's not the most interesting one, but it's part of everything. So yeah, this show gets a good. Episode 37, Suspicious Figure. Amane's finale at the school fest. Well, if you didn't get that from the title just now, weird, but a school fest is going on. Yeah, that's it. For now. Oh yeah, my sister escaped from Kingdom and is now in the school, so I guess that will be the important thing of this episode. And Amane hears his voice, sounding familiar, but she doesn't tell anyone! I hate it when they do this. Sure, she can't be sure if it was Narciso, but like, tell your companions about your suspicions here. If it's nothing, good. If it's actually Narciso, they can be prepared for that. But no, of course she doesn't. And then she actually sees him. And just tells herself she thinks it's her imagination. But it is funny that he is mistaken for a teacher and helps those guys repair their crane. Yeah, because that's normal for a school to have. A crane. Granted, it's one for theater work, but like, I don't know if it's that normal to have such a thing. But well, Mari gets the call and gets told that Narciso did escape. So surely Amane will tell them now, right? Oh, yeah, she did tell them. Good. A bit late. Should have done that earlier, but at least now. So, I can't complain here, come on. And as thanks for the help, they give him a candied apple, which apparently tastes delicious. Oh well, candied apples aren't bad, but like, they're not that great. Actually, in the end, you're sticky all over, and it's like, once you have eaten it, you regret to have eaten it. So, yeah. But, well, Secretary finds him and captures him to, bring him back? Execute him? Honestly, I don't know. However, with his new invention, he shrinks himself down to escape. That's kinda cool, honestly. It just doesn't help him because, like, well, he isn't as fast anymore. So, it was actually pointless in the end. Whoops. Oh, but look, the monster of this week is some tongs, and it's more than just a tongue having arms and legs, because the arms are tongs as well. This is a good design for what the base is. I appreciate this. More of that, please. I mean, he's probably not on the Bundero's side anymore, but is he on the Cure's side now? That was fast. And well, he wonders why Amane saves him, but to be honest, just letting someone die who's on the ground, that's not what you should do if you're one of the good guys, you know, that's just... If you have to kill your enemy in battle, that's one thing, but killing someone who's down because he's your enemy or letting him be killed, that's just not the right thing to do. And well, he gets sent back on his own volition by shrinking him down and taking the path of the recipes. I actually love that. This is so great. Or small. And well, with that, she isn't the student council president anymore. And honestly, I don't care one bit about that, because, like, that's just what happens when you graduate, so no big deal. Well, this episode wasn't bad. I liked it. Nothing big happened, even though a villain escaped from prison. Technically that is big, isn't it? But yeah, we'll see what comes out of it. Maybe he will be an ally later on in the show. We'll have to wait. So yeah. But as far as this episode goes, it was very good. Episode 37. Meet Grandma, Rice Ball, and the future's Baton. So yeah, this time around our girls time travel. Because Komi can do that apparently. Komi is asleep while doing this, and whenever it wakes up, the time travel will be over, but let's visit the homes of our families, so to not make it weird in the future, because they remember their children, but they don't realize they are their children until their children have grown up. What is wrong with this episode? But yeah, they do this to meet Ginger-san, but it also means that Yui will meet her late grandma, which, as of this episode, is confirmed to be dead. Yeah. I do appreciate this episode for, like, tackling this kind of feeling. Like, I mean, that's a chance you realistically will never get, but in a show like this it happens. But just the thought of meeting someone you have lost that was very dear to you. What kind of feeling is that? Is that even a good thing, or does it make everything just worse? Tell me in the comments what you would probably feel if you had that chance. It's a bit of a dark topic, but like, that's a very interesting one that might be even helpful for some people. Who knows? This part I have conflicting feelings about. Like, Fua tells her to look bright when she meets her grandma. by which she probably means she should smile, but she also puts lipstick on her. There's nothing wrong with lipstick. It's just like children could get a very wrong thing out of this. Like, to shine you need to put up makeup, which no, you don't. And there's nothing wrong with makeup. That's not what I'm trying to say here. It's just like makeup should be a thing you do for yourself to make yourself look better if you wanna look better. That doesn't mean you don't look good without, but it is a children's show and children might get the wrong message from this. Or I'm completely overthinking this scene. Very possible as well. And well, after meeting all these old people who are still old, even though this is like 10 years back, I think it was, or 20 years? It was 20 years, right? Makes more sense. We finally meet Ginger, who is this? Okay. Oh. And well, our little energy fairies, except Komikome of course, meet their past selves, which opens up a lot more questions, but let's ignore that for now. Yui, though, meets Komikome the first. Still wondering if that energy fairy transformed with her grandma at one point, but yeah, we don't get an answer to that at this point, so we'll have to wait and see. And well, they ask about that whole Cinnamon taking the recipe book thingy, and he just tells them that he doesn't really know more than they do. Time travel, well spent. On this whole scene, that's just pure wholesomeness, and it's a very nice and touching scene. They have done this really well. Oh, this! Yone, so Yui's grandma, in young, does look like Yui, but not like a carbon copy. I always hate when they do this, that like, especially when it's the ancestors from 200 years ago, they totally look the same, because evolution is just a lie, or what? No! People look different. Honestly. Look it up. 200 years ago, that was a different species than we are now. We are, of course, still humans in the broadest sense, but like, there's more to a species than just this one name. So, yeah, but like, she looks close enough. Like, yeah, I guess that works. But she's not completely Yui an adult. It's different. A bit, at least. And that's good. I appreciate that. Oh, now this is interesting. Instead of just focusing on the past, we also get Takumi witnessing Secretary stealing a recipe. So it's something he has to handle on his own because the cures aren't here. Almost like it's a bad idea for all the superheroes to leave the town at the same time. Hey. But yeah, how will Takumi handle this all on his own? Will we get a more Takumi-focused episode? Oh, yes, I would love that. And well, this is our Monster of the Week. I think it's a rice cooker? Something like that? It looks weird. I'm not quite sure, but like, again, it's one of those just gets arms and legs thingy. Nah. Oh, okay. Ginger does help in one way, though. Together with the energy fairies, he will produce the Hoka Hoka Heart Accumulator. Probably a new power-up item for the cures. Huh. That looks interesting. They just need to find it, because he hides it here, so back in the present, they can pick it up. Nice plan, to be honest. no complaining here. And just in time before it is created and they can see where he hides it, Komi wakes up and they go back to the present. Also, it is revealed that the whole magic thing erases the memories of them when they return, so it's a bit of the easy way out, but it also does make sense that it does that. The things did happen after all, but they get erased from memory, and it's an explanation that works. It's not bad. Also, in the process of this, Komi dies. Honestly, people always say mascots don't die, but this isn't the first one in PreCure. And, well, of course Takumi does not get the spotlight, because the cures have to finish it. Then again, the cures have the curing aspect of PreCure. Because, if you have not noticed, monsters never get killed or something, they get healed or cured, returned to their original state. Which this whole show is about, so yeah, still more Takumi action would have been good. And Takumi apparently also has healing powers, which, according to Mari's reaction, is a thing that's kinda rare, or unusual at least. Cool. But well, now the cures have to finish this thing with the accumulator, right? No, just the normal thing. They don't get the accumulator this episode. Which, actually, that's also kinda cool. It's not like this episode sets it up and finishes it off. No, it's a thing that goes about more episodes. I do like that. Yeah, it was a weird but also very interesting episode. I liked it. I really enjoyed it. And, well, of course, Takumi could have gotten a bit more spotlight as he was fighting alone, but it's fair. In the last episode, we didn't see much of him, though, which bothers me a bit. Like, you introduced him, so do more with him. He is part of the team. Kinda. Sorta. Oh well, maybe the next episodes will give us more Takumi action. We'll see. Episode 38. No need to cook? How to draw smiles with food. Remember the first episode where Yui played soccer to get some rice balls to eat? Happens here again. It's just way more important this episode around, which... okay, fair. Well, Mari reports back to Fennel that he found stuff out and things, but Fennel reacts kind of weirdly to that. You guy are a bit sus. Very sus. Also, he asks where the accumulator is, which Mari doesn't know, and then tells them to just ignore it, because it's not related to the recipe bond. Still sus. Isn't that nice? Her father cooks her food, remembering that she's an athlete and balancing it out so it will help her for the training and stuff. That's a good parent. That's a very tired parent! What is he doing? Like, oh, he's Japanese. Yeah, that explains actually quite a lot. No, that explains everything. He even breaks down on the street and Yui takes him home, calling his daughter as well. You need sleep. To which your daughter agrees. It's really like, he has a job where he puts in a lot of hours, but still wakes up early, like sacrificing his sleep to make her food for the day. He makes her laundry and stuff, and while all that sounds good, like, okay, doing stuff for your child is a good thing, but she's old enough, she can handle stuff herself, at least some of it, so let her, because she won't be happy when you are not able to do anything anymore. Know what I mean? So, let her help. She wants to. This taxi has a manekineko on top of it. Japan. And I really like this lesson Yui learns here. Like, yes, her grandma always said food brings smiles, which, yes, it does, but also there's this side we have seen here, so her friend is not very happy about getting the food because it's at the sacrifice of her father's health. So, how can she smile at that? There's always two sides to everything, and this is a good lesson to learn for our main character. And then, because of that, she stuffs herself full of food. Wait, she does that anyway. What's the difference this time? And apparently Secretary became evil because she's too dumb to break eggs. Weird reason, but I mean, okay. And Yui is still hungry even after eating a lot. And the battle is about to begin. I have a feeling I know where this goes. Who would have thought that an egg cooker makes such a great monster of the week? This looks actually kinda good, even though it is, again, just the thing with arms and legs, but, like, with the design of this egg cooker specifically, it does work. Cool. Oh, come on. Shooting lasers off the egg thingies is fine, but, like, it could have shot an energy eggs, you know? That would have been way better. And well, Secretary saying that everything needs to be perfect or it's worthless makes you realize that not everything needs to be perfect, which that's a nice way of conveying the lesson here. Yeah, her words, the food brings smiles, is not perfect. It doesn't apply in all situations. But it's still a truth that it has to it. So, yeah. She's up again now and, well, I guess the battle is over. Probably. And then her friend breaks up with her father. No, wait, not like that. She takes a break from him, like doing more stuff on her own for his own health. Which is a good thing, definitely. And they come to an understanding because, of course, they do. Stuff like that is always fixed in just a few hours. In worlds like this. Yeah, this episode was kinda wholesome, to be honest. A good father that's overdoing it and has to learn a lesson, which he learns in the end. A daughter that comes out of her shell, you could say, and speaks up to her father because she worries about him. Yui learning a valuable lesson. It had a lot of things, but they packed it up very nicely. Like a tight little bento. And I appreciate that. That was a good one. So, what did you think about these episodes? Tell me in the comments below. Also, throw a candied apple at the like and subscribe button as well as that little bell to keep updated whenever I upload a new video. And check out the links down in the description below where you can find my Twitter, Instagram and Discord where I update you with stuff, post stuff, all the good things. My merch store where you can get stuff like this, for example, with Drick, my mascot, on it. There. That's a better image. And, well, to my Twitch as well, where I live stream every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I hope to see you over there as well. And until next time, bye-bye!